Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ted Carr here, and in this video you're going to learn the best 9 habits to start adopting today to live a much happier, more fulfilling life. Now, I'm also going to explain the opposite of these habits so you know what to avoid, certain landmines out there that you'd never want to step on. But if you can just adopt a few of these habits, you're going to live such a better life. And I'm sure every single one of these habits I'm going to relay to you, you're going to be able to relate with either adopting or having stepped on a few of these landmines. So let's get right into these. I wrote them down on a piece of paper so I wouldn't forget all 9 of them. But without further ado, the first one is checking notifications incessantly. Now, if you're checking notifications once a day, twice a day, that's totally fine. But if you're checking notifications 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day, just to check to see if anything's in your inbox, check if there's anything new on Twitter, check the Instagram inbox, check Facebook notifications, that is like going to the casino several times a day and pulling on the slot machine and hoping you get lucky. That messes with your brain. That puts you in total victim, total reaction mode. If you go to the casino and you pull the slot machine, you're like, and you hope, you're like, oh, what's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to me? What's going to come? I can't control. I'm not in control. I hope something good comes up. I hope I get a notification. It's like you use the casino to fill a void. You use the slot machine to fill a void. And it's the same with checking notifications. You don't know if there's a notification or not, so you go and check. You say, did this person email me back, or did they email me back, or did they email me back, and you keep checking. Best just to stop checking notifications, all right? Check maybe once or twice a day, tops. That goes for email as well. And the good habit then, so that's one of the landmines, that's the thing to avoid, is checking notifications all the time. But the thing that you want to start adopting is just a carefree attitude towards what's coming into your inbox and what's coming up on your Facebook feed and what's coming up in your notifications. Personally, on Facebook, I like to leave my notifications alone on Facebook, so I never touch never click on the notification icon, the little globe. I let it stay at 99 all the time. But what happens if I let it stay at 99, then 99 is the max. It can't go higher than 99. But after a few days or something, if there's not much activity happening on my Facebook, then it starts to go down from 99 to like 87, then 54, and whatever. Never really goes down to 54 because people are always posting something and it keeps showing up on notifications. So it hovers between like 99 and like 84, let's say. Facebook just wants you to click on that thing so badly, so they even change the numbers up on you. But anyways, that's a really good habit to instill. Just check your email and notifications once or twice a day. Once in the morning, once in the afternoon, evening, and that's it. And never check first thing in the morning. That's the worst time to check. If you're going to check notifications, be sure to at least meditate first or do some fitness first to put yourself in a good state of mind. That way, it doesn't matter what comes up in your notifications because you've created a beautiful state of mind to deal with whatever comes up. But if you just wake up right away and you check notifications before you get out of bed, you're just waking up in reaction mode. You're not even like, you haven't even created a beautiful state of mind yet. And you're just like, oh, what's coming in? What's coming at me? But so avoid that dirty habit. Next habit to adopt is the habit of using social media for output, not input. So rather than opening social media and scrolling through Tumblr, scrolling through Facebook, scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through Snapchat, scrolling through Twitter, and just consuming all this content, or on YouTube, just watching random trending videos, start creating content instead. Start making videos like this. Start making posts on Instagram. Start making tweets. Start making snaps. So use social media as a form of output. Use it as a platform, not a consumption area, all right? So you want to avoid the scroll at all costs. I give myself 3 scrolls. 3 scrolls and I'm out. So it's like a 1, 2, I'm like, oh God, 3, what am I doing? I'm scrolling. I leave, or I go post something. So that's a really good habit to use. Start focusing on output rather than continuing the input. If you're going to consume any source of input, make sure it's premium, top quality input. Make sure it's input that's getting you to focus on improving your life and getting you to think about the sorts of things that make you become a better person. The third habit that you want to start adopting is appreciating. The habit of appreciation. And it is a habit. The habit of appreciation is a habit. I mean, appreciating things is a habit. So once you start appreciating all the little things around you, like the carpet or the ceiling or the walls around you, or the weather, no matter what the weather is, whether it's raining or whether it's sunny, once you start appreciating all these little things, you then have so much around you to appreciate. You have so much to appreciate. And it's not hard to appreciate something. Like if I grab this random object right here, I don't even know what it is, it's like a little candle holder, I guess, with this little fake plastic candle inside, I can appreciate that little fake plastic candle. Like that's pretty cool. Someone had the ingenuity or the creativity to create a fake plastic candle, and someone had the artistic touch to make this beautiful little candle holder made in China. It looks nice. So it's not hard to appreciate things, and once you start doing it, you all of a sudden start having so much to appreciate. And then the thing you want to avoid is criticizing things and complaining and gossiping and negatively judging people and situations. People say like, oh, no judgment, no judgment. We're always judging things all the time to make sure if they're good or not. Like we got to make sure, oh, is this tomato ripe? Should I eat it or not? We're always judging fruit to see if it's ripe quality or not. And we're always going to be judging things to see if they're safe or not. So you don't need to extinguish all judgment from your life, but it's good to try to extinguish as much as possible the negative judgments. So rather than seeing like when you see like a fat guy at the gym or something, rather than thinking like, oh my God, why is that fat guy here? Like he should just be at home eating a bag of chips. You can think, wow, that's so great. This overweight man is here and he's working out. Like he's not fit at all, but he's here at the gym. He's doing his thing. His guts hanging out of his shirt, but that's awesome. Good for him, man. Like props, kudos to him. And you can just use everything in your surroundings to have something to appreciate and something to compliment, someone to compliment. So it's really easy to be negative. Everyone out there is like by default, for some reason, they're just negative most of the time, but you don't need to be that way. You can be the exception. And whenever you find an exception, whenever you find someone who is really positive, it's so refreshing. It's so nice to be around people who are positive and uplifting and motivational rather than complaining and negative and stuff. Like, oh, negativity is just such a turnoff, man. And positivity is so refreshing. It's so beautiful. So that's a great habit to adopt, just the habit of appreciating things and people. Next up is the habit of watching your mouth. The habit of watching your mouth is a great habit. I really respect people who don't swear. If you don't swear, like, that's awesome because it's so easy to swear. It's so easy to say the F word and the SHIT word. It's so easy to just use these like low vibe words. And there are way better words to use to describe things in life rather than just using these swear words. So try to watch your mouth and do your best not to swear. And you know, you can use swear words whenever you want. I'm not saying like don't ever swear, but I think like the best time to use a swear word maybe is like in the bedroom when you're like really expressing passion or something. But not just like out in the open and using them to describe every word now and then. And it's hard because you know we grew up listening to rap music or rock music or certain music on the radio, even like Maroon 5. Like there's some lyrics in some of the Maroon 5 music or whatever. It's like really pop, upbeat music, but even they swear in their lyrics. So we've got a lot of role models around us that swear. But if you can find a role model out there who doesn't swear, awesome. And these are all, by the way, everything I'm listing here, all these like habits, good and bad, these are all things that I'm working on myself. So from time to time, I cuss. From time to time, I'll check too many notifications. From time to time, I'll criticize, I'll negatively judge. And every time I do these things, I don't like it. I'm like, there's a better way. I'm just resorting to default automatic habit without even consciously being aware of it. Once I become aware of it, I'm like, oh yeah, stop. So this is why I'm going through this list with you guys here. Next up, the habit to start adopting, one habit to start adopting is the habit of single tasking. So rather than multitasking, which is like, people think it's a form of productivity, and I think the best form of multitasking is to plant a seed in the ground, water it, like an actual seed, like a papaya tree or a papaya seed or apple seed or something in the garden. Plant some seeds, water it, cover it up with dirt, and then go live your life. That way, everything you do in your life, whether you're showering or making food or rolling on a yoga wheel or making YouTube videos, anything you do, you're multitasking because the seeds are already in the ground. They're growing on their own. The garden's taking care of itself now. So that's a great form of multitask. But the other only really great form of multitasking I can think of is like if you're going for a walk and you're listening to a good audiobook, or you want to talk with a friend for a while, so you just go for a walk and talk with a friend on your walk or something. But other than that, like, don't try and multitask too much with like all these different tabs open on your computer and get broken up with so many different tasks. Like if you're trying to like go through and delete your whole inbox, get it down to 0, but at the same time you're like listening to a YouTube video in the background explaining like how to be more productive, and at the same time you're like stretching, and at the same time you're making sure your kid is like playing safe or whatever, and at the same time like you're having a conversation with like your dad or your mom in the background or something. Like, just stop multitasking so much. The best thing to do is to just be single, narrow-minded focus on something. The more focused you are on a task, the more pleasure you're going to experience. I found this to be so true for myself. The more focused I am on a task, the more pleasure I derive from that task. If I'm distracted, I'm thinking about so many different things, that's when the mind gets hectic. That's when things start to get stressful. So a single narrow-minded task, whether it's like meditating, focusing on your breath, or just reading a book, or writing a book, whatever it may be, making a YouTube video like this, like no distractions, just one task. You're going to feel so much better about yourself and your day and everything that you do if you're just single, narrow-minded, focused. So quit multitasking. Don't try and like do a whole bunch of things at the same time just to be more productive. It's not going to end up with you being your happiest and most fulfilled. And it's not going to end up with you producing the highest quality work either. The next habit to start partaking in, the next habit to start adopting, is the habit of eating just enough. The habit of eating just the right amount for you. It's easy to overeat. It's really easy to overeat. It's a lot harder to overeat on raw foods, for sure. It's a lot harder to overeat on watermelon and oranges. Once you get to a point of eating like a certain amount of cut up oranges, you get to a point where you're just like, okay, I don't want any more oranges, even though I have like 6 more cut up. I'm just going to leave them. I don't want to overeat. So it's very hard to overeat on a mono fruit meal. Very hard. But it's so much easier to overeat on smoothies and salads and raw food, gourmet foods, and obviously cooked foods. So if you can adopt the habit of eating just enough rather than overeating, then you're going to feel so much better every single day. You're going to be at an ideal body weight, and you'll have more energy throughout the day as well. Because when you overeat, your body has to send that energy to the stomach to break the food down. So keep that in mind. Oh yeah, and I guess a good way to figure out how much is enough for you is to occasionally overeat and occasionally mess up, but then realize, be like, wow, I just ate too much of that smoothie. Next time I'm not going to eat too much of that smoothie. So for me, what I used to do is I used to just drink out of the smoothie jar. I still do that from time to time, but not as much anymore, because I had a tendency to overeat on the smoothie, just keep drinking until I was like so full. I definitely didn't need that last little bit of the smoothie. I could have put it in the fridge, saved it for later, but it was there. I wanted to finish it. So what I do now is I make the smoothie and I pour it into a cup. And I take the cup and I go away and I drink it. And if I still want more, then I have to go back and pour another cup. And it prevents me from really overeating. And now so many more times I'll have a little bit left in the smoothie jar and I just put that rest in the fridge. Much, much better. But if you're eating cooked food, it's super hard, at least I found, not to overeat, especially if you're adding salt to the food. So do your best to have no salt in the food. And if you're having cooked food, make sure it's a mono meal of a certain cooked food. That's going to help prevent you from overeating. Next up, the last habit to adopt is the habit of being straight edge, meaning no drugs, no substance uses, no caffeine, no nicotine, no chocolate, no MDMA, no substances. Like, just do your best to be straight edge. There's a time and place for psychedelics. If you're into psychedelics, if you're into mind-expanding substances like that, there's a time and place for chocolate ceremonies and ayahuasca ceremonies if you're into that, for sure. But on a regular day-to-day basis, adopt the habit of being straight edge. All right, adopt the habit of being straight edge. Just go through your day with you. No drugs, no stimulants, no substances to change the way you feel. If you really want to change the way you feel, if you really want to change your state of mind, which is why people do drugs in the first place, just do some hardcore breath work, do some meditation, do some arm holding like this, do some fitness. These are all things that will change your state for the better. Take a nap, You're gonna feel so much better when you change your state of mind naturally rather than using substances. Those are 9 of the best habits to adopt and 9 things to avoid. So that's it, guys. Hope you got something from this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys are interested in signing up for the 30-day raw food challenge, which is starting on November 1st, sign up right now via the link in the description, and you're gonna get an exclusive mentoring video from me every single day for the month of November. You're gonna be getting over 50 raw food recipes. You're gonna be getting an audiobook from me. You're gonna be getting a community of over 100 other raw fooders, and you're gonna be getting a money back guarantee as well. So if you're not happy, I'll send you your money back right away. But if you sign up for the 30-day raw food challenge today, then on November 1st, you're gonna start getting all that good stuff. So don't miss out. I hope to see you in there, and really hope you like this video. Peace, peace.